1 whole year since my last upload. A year. Babies have been born, TV shows have been cancelled, and somehow we still don't have GTA 6 or a Percy Jackson Season 2. But today, Gotham calls.
When you try your best.
Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight has dropped its first trailer, and suddenly I'm alive and back again. Forget romance, forget a career, I only return for Lego Batman. Swear to me that you'll upload more than once a year. No, Batman, don't hold me to that. I'm Batman and you win. Let's dive straight into the trailer. We get an over-opening shot with Batman suiting up. We see his cape, his cowl, the whole ritual is epic. And it immediately tells you this is the start of a new Lego Batman era. The framing feels closer to a DC film opener than a toy tie-in. They're going cinematic with bricks, and this is exactly what we want from a new Lego game. Then we dive straight into the trailer. We get this iconic scene montage. We get this crate shot with the Batman's origins. So we dive into these iconic Batman scenes. We get shot-for-shot recreations. We get the infamous crate scene. You know, a legendary Batman moment from the Batman movie built into Lego, and you can see just how awesome it is. We then cut to Bruce in training, so we get nods to the Dark Knight Rises, you know, even the League of Shadows years, building the myth to eventually face Bane. And what's really cool about this is from the trailer, we're not just getting shots just from movie to movie to movie. Think Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, movie to movie to movie. No, we're not just getting that. We're getting Nolan, Arkham, Reeves. We're all getting them referenced in this. So as we move on throughout the trailer, you see some title cards and some featured teasers. We get the words "Become the Hero" slam across the screens. A promise that this is more than just a comedy romp. You know, we get quick flashes, teasers, features, things I can just point out: a customizable bat cape, a buildable bat switch hub, and the foundation of the game's progression loop. This is Skywalker Saga, much improved, put into the Lego Batman game. You know, we can see so much in this, from the hub world to everything, and we'll go on to it later in the video. There's so much more that's improved on what's just here. You know, then we go to the traversal in the open world Gotham. You know, we get this epic glide shot of Batman going across Gotham itself. You know, Batman glides across the skyline, and it's instantly clear that this is one of Lego's biggest open worlds ever. You know, rooftops to alleys to streets, they're all explorable. You know, this trailer hypes up new combat, even stealth missions. Actually, the return of Batman goons. We've got Joker goons, Penguin goons, we've got Clown goons. We're gonna see it all in this game, and I can't wait to see this open world. You know, I'm such a huge fan of the open world you get in Lego Batman 1 with the Arkham Mansion and the Wayne Manor and everything you get in that, and then to see in Lego Batman 2 how big that open world gets. In Lego Batman 3, you know, we get a bit of Metropolis, we get a bit of Brainiac, Space, and the Justice League. It can all be improved and all put into this game, and I cannot wait. And I do think that the hub world in this game will change with the time you're in. You know, you could be in the start when, you know, Batman's first getting situated in Batman Year 1, whereas you can go all the way to the Batman and towards the end of it. Even the Flash movie, where Batman's really old as Michael Keaton. I feel like the whole world will change to where you're at, and once you finish the game, you'll be able to pick what sort of era you are really in. You know, from Adam West all the way to Heath Ledger's Joker. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see. We also get some vehicles and cinematic callbacks. I mean, we all saw the Batmobile roaring down through the city. I wonder which Batmobile that is. It may be, you know, it's from the Dark Knight. Maybe it's even from the Arkham game. That's what it looked like to me. You know, we see the chemical labs. You know, a callback to the original Batman films where, you know, the original Joker died. Then there's a brutal fight scene we see with Heath Ledger's Joker. You know, we get to see a haunting shot of Ra's al Ghul, a prison riot fight, and even a glimpse of Catwoman. We're getting quotes from Heath Ledger's Joker actually put onto the screen. It was actually from Jack Nicholson's era with Michael Keaton. It's going to be interesting to see how they go from the Batman 1989 onwards through all of these to maybe even George Clooney's era. I can't wait to see what they have all done. You know, again, there's a brutal fight scene with Heath Ledger's Joker, a haunting shot of Ra's al Ghul, a prison riot fight, and even a glimpse of Callum. It is basically just a highlight reel of Gotham's greatest ever moment, and now it's brickified. You know, we've got obvious reference from Nolan to Reeves to the Arkhams to Villainous Jokers, all of them are teased. And then, in my favourite part of the trailer, Arkham is one of the greatest game series ever. Now, I've only played the first 2 games, loved them both. I finished Arkham Knight, I think it is, or Arkham City, sorry, I think that is, not too long ago. And I'm sure fans of Rocksteady's Arkham games will clock on that the gadgets are in this game. Now, does that mean that we're going to get scenes from that? Are we going to get, you know, my amazing moment? And, you know, it's Lego. I'm not sure how realistic this is, but imagine we get 6 levels, 5 levels, 4 levels. And one of the levels is Batman walking into Arkham Asylum, Joker strapped up, and that's the scene. That is Batman to me. And I know some of you will be like, well, we've had the films, you know, do all that stuff. If we get the Arkham games put into Lego form, I will be over the moon. If that's DLC, if that's anything, that would be absolutely amazing. So I'm sure you guys will clocked it, from Batclaws to Batarangs to Explosive Gel. It really includes it all. And you'll notice that the Arkham inspired combat is really in Lego form. I think we saw it in Lego Star Wars Skull Saga. They really changed up the combat. It's not just XXX or square, 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 depending what controller you use. It's really, you got to time it. And I remember the memes that came out when Lego Star Wars came out. Why am I playing Elden Ring in Lego form? But it's actually amazing. And to put the Arkham combat into Lego form, that it looks superb. And then one of the biggest nods, and probably the most epic scene throughout the whole thing, was the Batmobile chase from the Batman 2022. You know, we saw Penguin included, completely fully recreated in Lego, looking way different. It is completely full of nostalgia and, you know, modern Batmans colliding. I think the Arkham references and the Reeves chase is completely amazing throughout it. And then the final bonus thing there, it goes to black, the trailer, and we're like, what's this? And then you hear that epic voice, the absolute mic drop, Bane looming, brick muscles flexing, and when he speaks, it's unmistakable. That is Matt Berry's voice, a comedic legend behind one of the Batman's most terrifying villains. It's the perfect Lego twist, menace with a punchline. It's absolutely amazing. And big criticism, to dive straight into a Batman movie, was Tom Hardy's Bane was really good, but he didn't really look like Bane. I mean, I want that minifigure now if we're talking about this. And in a later video, I'm going to talk about what this means for the future of the Lego Batman line. I think we've seen a sort of a pause on that, but more into that in a later video. But it's been absolutely amazing. And yes, Matt Berry is voicing Bane. So in this trailer alone, we've got Batman's original montage for his origins. We've got iconic film recreations. We've got Gotham as the biggest open world we've ever seen. We've got Arkham style combat and gadgets, classic villains and heroes returning, and that amazing reveal of Matt Berry as Bane. And that's just the on-screen promise. No extras, no fluffs, just that's what's there to see in the trailer. But if we, you know, go on to the press release now. So let's start with the boring but crucial stuff. So after having a deep dive into the press cuttings, reading it all for you, let's start with the boring but, you know, crucial stuff that we need to see. 2026 is the current release window. No time or month or season that's in there. So you can probably expect it towards the end of 2026. But I've got to say, we had that big issue with Star Wars Skywalker Saga, got delayed because of COVID, got delayed multiple times, probably came out a bit too rushed. This game looks really polished. It looks really there and it looks almost ready to go. I'm sure they've got things to change, glitches to solve, and everything that you can think of. But let's go into everything that we can think of. So we know the release window 2026, as I mentioned. We don't know when it is, but probably the end of 2026. The platforms that it's on, you know, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, only on Nintendo Switch 2, not Nintendo Switch 1, and PC. You can get it either Steam or an Epic. So in other words, unless you're gaming on an absolute toaster, you should be covered. So we also know the campaign structure. It's not just going to be from movie to movie to movie, having odd levels here and there in each. And whilst I know some people like that, I like that, and I think in Skywalker Saga it's kind of suffered because sometimes people like the level to level to level, and that's what LEGO games have been about. But in this, it's a massive campaign. It spans from Batman's entire career. So we start with Bruce Wayne training with the League of Shadows, and we follow him through decades of Batman history. So we're having comics in this. We're having modern cinema in this. This isn't just a greatest hits level mashup. This is actually an origin to legend story that incorporates a lot of the stuff from the movies, the TV shows, the comics, anything you can think of. It's a career retrospective in LEGO form. Now, I know a few people will be saying, well, we wanted a Batman 4, technically Batman 5, continue that story. I think this is a really good place to have Batman in. And whilst I don't agree with TT Games just releasing a game every 3 years with a massive form like this, it is still really exciting to get. I mean, I would like it more frequently. I would like another Batman game which is continuing the LEGO Batman story or resetting that story. Are we going to get that? No. Are we likely to get that? No. So this is just a great way, and I'm glad, because if you see my channel and when I was uploading consistently, I spoke a lot about the future of LEGO games. Ever since Star Wars Skywalker Saga, we spoke about it and what the future would be, and it's like a radio silence on TT Games, and it's really exciting that they've dropped this. So actually, let's go into the playable characters that were confirmed in the press cutting. So whilst the trailer kept its focus on Batman, we did get some shots. Obviously, we saw Ra's al Ghul, but we also saw that WB Games have confirmed that we will be able to play as the extended Bat family and Gotham allies. So Jim Gordon in his multiple forms, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and even Talia al Ghul, which really excites me that they confirmed her. Have they confirmed her because we would get a similar scene in Arkham City? There's going to be a plot line with her in one of the movies. I think she's probably in Dark Knight. If I haven't watched those movies, I do want to watch them before playing the game. But if Ra's is in that one, then I would assume Talia is as well. Each comes with their own playstyle as well, so it's not just reskinned, it's a squad of unique builds. So aside from that, Gotham's going to definitely have more capes than a Comic-Con cosplay line. So we're definitely going to get a lot of customizations and a lot of unique characters as well. So don't be worried that each character is going to feel the same. I think that's something you can get with the Batman games, and that's what they've been really good at with the different suits that Robin and Batman have. But a flying character is very similar to different flying character. I think we've had Wonder Woman and Superman be able to fly in one of the games, and the only difference was their theme tune. But it's still quite epic. The signature gadgets, they've gone into more detail like this. Every hero will get their own toy. Batman obviously gets his Batarang and Backclaws. Gordon gets a foam sprayer, so imagine Riot Control meets a Lego car wash. Robin gets a line launcher for traversal puzzles. Catwoman can use her whip, obviously. These aren't throwaway gimmicks. The combat and puzzle solvings are built around them. So it goes into more detail. I think my favorite puzzle solving sort of stuff was actually Lego Dimensions. So to see that they are going into the puzzles is amazing. Do I expect to have the same criticism that we did in Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga? Yes. I think to a point the mini games will be really easy. I think that's a part and parcel of a Lego game. You know, the target audience is 3 and above. But obviously one of our criticisms we had with Star Wars Skywalker Saga was, you know, the lack of puzzles. Like, it was way too easy. I think some of them were a bit hard at the start. We're doing the prequels, and by the time you get onto the sequels, it really does suck. Also, the open world. So just from the concept art and sketches we got, this is going to be a big open world. I think if there's any open world that I really want up any Lego games to be revamped and redone, it's Lego Gotham. I absolutely love it. I think this isn't just a linear stage select. You patrol streets, rooftops, alleys, solving crimes, tackling puzzles, and then unlocking secrets. It's definitely traversal heavy. You'll grapple, glide with the Bat Glider, and drive Batmobiles and Bat Cycles across all the different districts. Imagine Arkham City, then smash it into a Lego set with stud trails and secrets in every corner. That's what they're promising, and that's what we're really excited to get. Do I think we are going to get that? Yes, 100%. We can't not get that, if that makes sense. They've put in so much detail into this game. The reason it's been dropped out of nowhere, from what I've seen, obviously I've been a bit out of the LEGO universe, it means they're almost done and they're not going to promise stuff that they can't keep. I'm so excited for this game. I'm a big Batman guy, a big LEGO Batman guy. My favorite LEGO game is probably LEGO Batman 2. So I can't wait to see what we get here. Then you get a customizable Batcave. Your hub is going to be your drip. Between missions, you're going to head to your Batcave hub. And here's a kicker. It's customizable. You'll display vehicles, trophies, collectibles, and suit variants from across Batman history. Basically, is a Batcave cross with your Instagram wall. That's what you would want. And you can customize it to however you want. So it's going to be amazing to see what customizable stuff we do get for that. I can't believe something else has been announced. We're finally getting difficulty modes on LEGO games. So what's really cool about this is, for the first time in a LEGO game, difficulty is going to matter. You've got Cave Crusader mode for an enhanced challenge and Darklight mode for the full experience. Game Informer, one of the ones I was looking at, pointed out this is the first for the TT's LEGO series. You know, finally a LEGO game that might actually make me rage quit. And am I going to go on the hardest difficulty? Yes. I'm not going to be easy with the people who are kids. I'm a LEGO veteran and I am going to be on the hardest difficulty doing this game throughout. I'm sure there's going to be one boss level we're going to have which is going to be awful. And why do I feel like that's going to be the Mad Hatter in some point throughout? So the villains and voice casting are confirmed. So obviously in the trailer we saw Joker, Penguin, Raish, and of course Bane. I think there's a hint to Poison Ivy as well, but Warner Brothers have confirmed a full rogue gallery. We've got fresh encounters, boss fights, and yes, I'll keep on saying it, we've got Matt Berry as Bane. So that's kind of now, Gotham's definitely doomed and fabulous. I can't wait to see what villains we get. I really hope there's some unique stuff in here that maybe we haven't seen, but bringing it all to life will be amazing as well. And then, just for some information, if you pre-release, you get a Golden Age Batsuit. I'm definitely going to pre-release it just to get this. It's straight out of Detective Comics, #27 from 1939. So you'll be fighting crimes in what looks like your granddad's pajamas. Legendary drip, honestly. And it's amazing. I want to waffle on as much as we can, but I want to keep this video to a minimum. I've described every single detail you have seen throughout the trailers, throughout the press releases. This is what you're getting in the LEGO Batman form. So outside the trailer, we've now got the full scope, an origin to legend story, a Bat family roster, character specific gadgets, open world Gotham to an extent which we haven't seen before, custom Batcave, difficulty settings, and the Golden Age suit as a pre-release perk. The trailer definitely gave us tone and style for what we can expect to see, and the press release gave us scale. And I can't wait to see it all released. Please let me know down below what your comments are. I'm going to dive into this in different stages. LEGO Batman is going to be on the forefront. You can say hashtag LEGO Access is back, but we're finally here. We're finally talking about a new TT game. And for as long as it's coming, and for as long as I can talk about it, and for as long as I can talk about LEGO in this really exciting era, I will be here. So comment down below what you guys think. I'm really excited to be back and seeing you all. Subscribe and get us on the road. You know, I want us to become a talking point for LEGO Batman games. And I know, why would you want this weirdo kid who's been away for a year, who hasn't touched grass, being your talking point? I just want to talk with you guys about LEGO. That's the whole point of this YouTube channel. That's the whole point of everything. It's just to talk about LEGO, discuss LEGO, and just enjoy it together. I think that's just great. And without waffling on for too much longer, please subscribe down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one and see you soon.